Good morning, everyone. It's Mr. Ryan with a PLC Coach Edition, and I'm going to go over our prior to learning unit CFA data team protocol. So you administer the pre-learning unit CFA, and then you meet as a team to look over the data quickly and create an action plan. This is a very, very quick process. So the first thing you do, what do we want students to learn? What were the learning targets from the priority standards? It's simple as putting learning target 1. Learning target 2 is this. Learning target 2 is this. So again, what do we want students to learn? What are the learning targets from the priority standards? And then how did we do overall? How many kids were mastering, approaching? What really we're worried about, like how many met mastery, how many were approaching, how many were still developing, and how many exceeded. Then we immediately just have a quick discussion about the data. Do you notice any patterns of strength? What learning targets did they master, if any? Do you notice any patterns of needs? What learning targets were not mastered? Why do you feel they struggled? What skill deficits do the students have that might keep them from mastering the concepts? And how will you adjust pacing based on the data in order for kids to learn the priority standards? So these are just a few questions that you can use. You can take some notes. You may ask yourselves a couple other questions. Then we really want to get into creating the action plan, which question 3, what will we immediately do for the students who did not master the learning target? So how will you support the students in class based on the pre-assessment data during core instruction? And then what will you do for the flex block? Because after this assessment, we want to have a couple flex blocks, and we want to really teach the prerequisite skills in the vocab. So how many flex blocks will you use at the beginning of this unit, and then how will your team teach the prerequisite skills in vocab? So that's a big discussion to have. If you have any kids that exceeded it, how will you extend it and enrich the learning of students in class during the flex block? So those are the questions you're going to ask. We want to quickly just look at the data, then create a plan. The big part of the plan is the creation of the flex block and making sure we are teaching the prerequisite skills in the vocab. Okay? Thank you so much. Keep up the great work. Go Arts Middle.